from the Santa Rosa Indian Reservation, and I grew up with knowing them. The interesting thing was the mountain was all open range, and so it was used extensively for cattle grazing. And Jim Wellman had the 101 Ranch at Pinion. Well, the cattle don't seem to care who they belong to. So the cattle from the Santa Rosa Indian Reservation, from other areas, and the stuff that Jim had, all ended up there running around together. And so they would go out and have their roundup there twice a year, bring them in, separate the cattle. Well, most of the people who rode for Jim were Native Americans, either from the Coachella Reservation or from the Santa Rosa Reservation. So at that point in time, I got to know a number of these people. One of them was a fellow by the name of Art Wanche. And Art told me that part of his family had moved back to the desert. Well, for many years, 40-some years, I could never find any Wanches on the desert. And that's what started my interest in Coachella surnames, because it turned out that Augustine Wanche, when he left Santa Rosa, took his family down to Torres Martinez, and within about 2 years changed the name to Duro. So all the Duro family down at TM are related to the Wanches from Santa Rosa. They're the same family, just the name change. Which was interesting how I found out, because I was working with an 8-person crew from Torres Martinez, and 3 of those 8 people were Duros. And at lunch one day I said, I'm looking for information on the Wanches from down there, and one of them says, well, somehow we're related to the Wanches. So they said, you should go talk to our uncle. So I did. Talked to several of them, and then found out that this was just a name change. The way they went. Many of the names actually come from their clan or their lineage or groups. Costa Kictum was their lineage or clan, and that became the Costo family because they just took the first part of it. Apapa Kictum became a Pappas family. And the one that's very interesting is Sawash Kictum was the native name of Sawash. Sawash in Coachella is a bread maker. And so that became changed by the Spanish to Torte, which was bread maker, and that's the Torres family.